Hey, Geminis. Let's see what your animal energy is for the second half of May. What is the animal energy second half of May? What is going on? Oh, sometimes it's just so on the nose. You know what I mean? So we have the dragonfly here. Y'all, this equates to the Ace of Swords in the tarot, which is all about truth and big realizations. Okay. Dragonfly medicine. First of all, air for air. So whenever you get an animal that's of your like element, that's always auspicious, right? But dragonfly medicine is very much about illusion. What is real? What is not? It's about dream time. It's really about separating, really parting. It's kind of like a Seven of Cups energy as well. And that it's about really parting through the fogs of disillusion or analysis paralysis or confusion and really getting to the truth of something. Right? Ace of Swords, sword of truth. It's an absolute truth and realization. And, you know, I'm also seeing in the Lisa Robertson deck that the Ace of Swords is depicted by a panda who is sitting very serenely chewing on some bamboo with the Ace of Swords at its side. And the tagline for that key is the answers lie in the stillness. There's something coming up for that with you. And think about it. Whether or not you're familiar with Hamlet, it's all right. But in that show, you know, Hamlet's kind of crux, what he's all about is indecision. That is his great downfall, right? For many, you know, heroes, it's hubris, right? But for Hamlet, it's really indecision and inaction, right? He does a lot of thinking about what he should do or what will happen if he does this, right? And as a result, you know, of his inaction and his indecision, things go quite badly and his world pretty much crumbles around him. And it's a true tragedy for a reason. So it's really interesting that this is coming up for you in this context, right? What's underneath the mask with the sword of truth in dream time, which is also about the subconscious or our shadow aspects, right? This is really interesting. I also feel like there's another message around here within this and it's kind of a funny saying, but it's a saying that's said in the theater a lot of fake it till you make it, right? Sometimes it's just believing that you have everything that it takes and that everything is going to go, you know, according to somebody's plan. Whether it's yours or not, the universe has your back and that everything's going to go according to plan and really moving as if that's the reality. It's the magic as if. It's like, I'm acting as if everything is going to go well. I'm going to be, you know, well looked after. Everything is going to be ABC, XYZ. And then acting as if it's already done and it's assured, right? Something in that. Okay, let's see what's going on, Gemini. I'm also feeling quite awake, which is so weird that this pops out. So I was going to say, I'm feeling quite awake, as in I feel like I just had a cup of coffee or something with this reading. I'm getting that feeling from spirit. For any of you who have been feeling tired or lethargic or feeling like, you know, need more sleep or just feeling like no matter how much sleep you get, it's never enough or whatever this is, or even with dream time with dragonfly energy, not sleeping well or nightmares or whatever that is. I feel like I just feel like someone just like handed me a Red Bull. There's going to be a surge of energy where you're going to have more energy than you have had previously, which is really interesting given the time frame that we're working within with Mercury in retrograde. I feel like this Mercury in retrograde is going to have quite an effect on you, quite possibly, but I feel like you have the potential to work with it and really come out on top, which is fascinating, right? So Ace of Wands, remember the wands rule the realm of the actions that we do or don't take, remember Hamlet here, around the work that we love to do and or our interpersonal relationships about which we are passionate, right? So Ace of Wands comes in and says that there is an opportunity, because remember, whenever it's an ace, it's a rebirth. It's a restart. It's new. It's a big burst of, it's like that second wind, right? So this is about that big payoff in terms of like big inspiration, big energy. I feel like, woo, like I have all that I need, right? To get to where I'm going. I'm passionate. I'm in it, right? It's a really beautiful energy. But what's fascinating in this context with this deck is that we have Firefly energy here, which there's a light and dark to everything, right? First of all, light and dark, shadow, light. We're talking about this already. It's mirrored here in this key. But Firefly medicine, it burns really brightly, right? And it can give you a lot of inspiration and really brilliant moments of ideas and solutions around things, but it also fades quickly. What burns brightly fades quickly. So it's about capturing that, as it were, in a bottle and really taking advantage of that energy as it arises, those aha moments as they arise, and then taking action around them, right? I feel like if you're Hamlet, right? The universe is coming forward to say, Hamlet would sit there staring at this and go, should I take it off the hook and take it with me? Should I just see what it does? Should I take a nap? Should I go and explore what's around this tree and then I'll come back to this? I'm not really sure. Maybe am I supposed to do it? Right? And then the universe is coming to say no, take this out of the earth and carry this with you to light your way forward. Okay. It's really brilliant. It's really brilliant. Fire energy there. It's like whoosh, air and fire. What else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, yes! Yes, 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 yes. The sun. Are you serious? I'm so here for it. Look, we were just talking about light and illumination, the mask, what's underneath, the illusion versus reality. It's a very dualistic energy that we're picking up on. The sun, this is happiness, health, joy, illumination with that sort of truth. It's black and white, much like the panda, right? So lemur medicine is about bringing together the heart and the head for equal conference. And because you do that, having all of the information at your disposal. Also, do you remember how I mentioned the panda, who is what? Black and white. And then we have that black and white energy of the lemur with that yin and yang. Duality, balance, right? Integration of the shadow aspects, integrating your fears. First of all, being willing to look at them. Remove the mask of whatever you're telling yourself or whatever stories there are, or whatever kind of armor you're putting on of I just got to get through it. Take that mask off for yourself and see what's underneath. What is really going on there, right? What aspects are you afraid to look at because you're afraid that you won't be able to handle it, or it's going to somehow set you back, or it's going to be too difficult to bear. So you just need to keep on the armor or the mask or the performance. In what ways are you performing? And in what ways can you perform to your benefit with acting as if everything is already handled to your highest and best good? Or in what ways are you performing where it's a bit, you could use a little less performance and more, realness, reality, right? Reality documentary behind the scenes realness, right? It's a good question for you to consider. But look at this. Light, firefly, the sun, illumination. This is a very positive time you're heading into. But it also feels like you have an opportunity here within the current energy as it is to not just integrate the shadow aspects and get to the root of what's underneath the surface that is either confusing you or overwhelming you, right? But also to come out of this with a great clarity. Right? A great clarity and sense of, things are moving along. I'm walking down that path, right? It's the anti-Hamlet. It's the Hamlet antidote. What's going on? I just have shivvies and it keeps getting better all the time. 8 of Wands. Fast movement forward, a little T. Firefly energy also equates to 8 of Wands energy, so I'm all the way here for it. 8 of Wands, this is fast forward movement, upward ascension, freedom. Horse medicine is very much about being free and freeing yourself from the binds that tie you or from circumstances that are restrictive or limited and literally bursting forth. This also speaks of communication, messages, offers. I feel like we're literally talking about forward movement. This is, if Hamlet had more of this, things would have gone very differently. Him and Ophelia would have been a nuclear family in the family home. So it's really beautiful. 8 of Wands. This is about breaking free, going forward as a result of gaining this clarity. With clarity comes momentum. Clarity breeds momentum. Oh, I just got shivvies. Clarity breeds momentum. That is really something there for you. Let's go ahead and get some advice. Clarity breeds momentum. Oh, wow. Oh, look what's on the bottom here. Ace of Swords. Fascinating. So the advice is the Five of Swords. So this is really interesting that this is coming up as advice. Let's talk about moths. Moth coming in here. First of all, moths are what? Attracted to the light. Wouldn't it be bouncing off that lantern like zzz, 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 right? They are nocturnal. It's really interesting though, because moths, the caterpillar, egg, caterpillar, cocoon, flight, right? The moth medicine also speaks of hiding and revealing one's truth and being seen. So it's interesting that that's, tying into this. But Five of Swords, traditionally speaking, is very much about how we act as a disservice to ourselves through our action or our relationships or our thoughts. Because remember, this is the swords. This is the realm of the mind. This is you as Gemini coming up as more air energy, right? So we have the Ace of Swords here, and then we have the Five of Swords as the advice. Especially with Dreamtime coming up here with Dragonfly Medicine, this feels very much about allowing yourself to really look at the aspects of you, like Hamlet, that are of a disservice to you, or your goals, or your relationships. What aspects of you are a disservice? Now, I have to tell you, this is the number of 5. This is the number of 5. This is number 5, right? Which is the number of change. Moths are about what? Change. So I do feel like there's a lot of change inherent in this reading as well. And there is something about not just embracing change or integration, but it's really about a change that has long wanted to happen and you know it. I feel like at this point, you're like, yes, change, please. Change, please. It just feels like it's not like you're fighting change or wanting to turn away from it. It feels more like there's just a question about, how to completely facilitate that change or how to fully work with the energy of change that is upon you, that's been here for a minute, it feels like. So it's really, really fascinating that it's coming up in this context. Again, clarity breeds momentum. Gain clarity. There are a lot of different ways to go about this. You can Ace of Swords a lot of different ways, but I want to go back to the tagline of Ace of Swords and the Lisa Robertson deck with the Panda Medicine. The answers lie in the stillness. You've got dream time here. You can journal. You can be in the sun, quiet with your thoughts. And I'm getting that is a very strong message for you, because remember we saw Hamlet in the spotlight with the soliloquy. I am hearing in such a big way, alone time. If you already have alone time, then think about spending that alone time more with your thoughts as an active time of stillness, as opposed to reading or watching TV or chatting with friends on the phone or playing games. It's really about how you can utilize that alone time to support greater clarity. Okay? I'm here for it, Gemini. This feels like there's a big opportunity on the other side of this. Let's get an oracle. I'm feeling like the Stephen D. Farmer. Well, we did already get an oracle from there, but I feel like another one from there. Let's do it. Oracle for Gemini. What's going on? Oh my God. Okay. Hero, courage. Can you even handle this? So first of all, how gorgiana is this? But hero, courage. What are we talking about? Clarity breeds momentum. Fire, 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Heat of the Sun, courage, hero. Do you remember how we were talking about how Hamlet is in a way the anti-hero? Do you remember me saying that? And that normally, like a more common construct is that the hubris is the downfall, right? But with him, it was indecision and inaction, right? Courage, hero, clarity breeds momentum, right? Act as if everything is taken care of and handled and see what comes from that energy. This is really awesome, Gemini. You are in for such it feels like a breath of fresh air time. I also want to say as a last note, it feels very much like you're being called to not just take some time alone, but nature and getting nature does it is a big, big, big piece of advice for you. If you feel that taking a day to go walk in a park or just go have a picnic somewhere and separate yourself from technology or noise or the have-tos is something that you're really feeling called to do, but you have 1,000 things on a to-do list, sometimes knowing when to take a break and separate yourself allows to you getting those things on the to-do list done more quickly in the long run, because you've gone and refilled your tank and gotten some needed perspective and vitamin D, as it were, to go forth and do that. So it's really, the answers lie in the stillness, right? And that clarity breeds momentum. That is you, Gemini. It feels so positive. It feels powerful. You literally have, oh, look how it like tiered out like that. How gorgeous is that? Ace of Wands, the Sun, Eight of Wands. This is so wonderfully positive. And then we have this big, strong energy with courage, hero. And I want to say this, even though it's a bit of a cliche, but I'm hearing Joseph Campbell's, the hero's journey. And I feel like there's something coming through for you in that as well. He also talks about the actor in the mask, which is interesting. But in the hero's journey with courage, this is very much about you are, and just forgive the cliche or celebrate it, whatever. You are the hero of your own story. In what ways is your indecision like Hamlet, or your inaction, or your analysis paralysis, or your self-defeating thoughts, your overwhelm, whatever this is with the dragonfly and the Five of Swords energy, in what ways are you acting like a supporting character in your own story? In what ways are you acting like you're not writing the whole dang thing and don't have the power to change the script literally at any time, right? Did you ever see Hercules like go and like be like, oh, I don't know, like, should I go like respond to this like villager who like needs help with this monster? Oh, maybe right? Can you imagine if Hercules was Hamlet? Good Lord. You're being asked to do less Hamlet and more Hercules. Okay? You absolutely got this, Gemini. I'm sending you so much love. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please do let me know in the comments below, because I love reading your comments. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I would so appreciate it. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so very much for being here. And most of all, and as always, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.